It's Tuesday, November 4th. I'm meteorologist Kalin Mitchell here in the CTV News Atlantic Weather Center and keeping track of some rainy and windy weather as it's making its way through the Maritimes. Have some preliminary rainfall reports for you. You can see that there were some areas of the south of New Brunswick, much of mainland Nova Scotia, a few parts of Prince Edward Island that picked up some rainfall totals between 10 and 20 millimeters. The highest rainfall amounts, though, around eastern areas of Nova Scotia, especially into Cape Breton, where one weather station in the Sydney area is already up to 49 millimeters of rain, and there's much more rain to fall for that particular part of the Maritimes as they are closest to the center of this storm system as it's making its way towards the south coast of Newfoundland. So we can see brighter colors showing up here on radar, and that's indicating the presence of some downpours for both Cape Breton and Richmond counties. So that's where the rainfall totals will likely add up the most as we continue to make our way through this afternoon and into this evening. And in some cases, it could be an additional 10 to 30 millimeters for that part of Cape Breton. That's on top of those rainfall amounts that have already come down. Now, taking a look at this weather system when it comes to the winds, those are going to continue to pick up in the Maritime region as we make our way through Tuesday afternoon. And that's because the storm system is actually intensifying off the eastern coastline of Nova Scotia. And you can see the white lines here. Those are isobars, or lines of constant pressure in the atmosphere. And more of them are appearing, and they're tightening up around eastern parts of the Maritimes. That's increasing those wind speeds, and well, of course, getting into some very strong winds for parts of Newfoundland. The rest of the Maritimes is trapped between that intensifying storm and an area of high pressure down around the southeastern United States. And the strong pressure gradient between those two weather systems is going to drive some increasingly gusty northwest winds as we make our way through Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening and at night. In fact, the Maritimes is looking at some fairly widespread gusts in the range of 40 to 60 kilometers per hour, but with the potential that parts of the eastern Prince Edward Island and parts of Nova Scotia, or parts of Cape Breton and Nova Scotia, especially Inverness and Victoria counties, could top up with some gusts closer to 90, and there's some wind warnings in effect. Now, as far as temperatures go, it was sort of a colder November rain coming down. Most of the high temperatures today topping out in the range of around 6 to 10 degrees. By the time we make our way towards the mid to late evening hours, temperatures will be falling into a range of around 4 to 7 degrees, and overnight low temperatures for the Maritimes will be down between 0 and 4. There is some chilly air out of northern Quebec arriving in the wake of this passing storm system. Wednesday's forecast right now, we're in behind that low, as at that point in time it'll be moving north of Newfoundland, and we can see that we're expecting mostly a mix of sun and cloud. High temperatures tomorrow between 8 and 11 degrees, but there is going to be a gusty west wind, widespread wind gusts on Wednesday between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour. So chilly and on the blustery side. Now, we have a number of low pressure systems that are going to be bringing us some rainy conditions over the next several days. Of course, we're contending with our first one today, which is Tuesday. We have another system arriving on Thursday. That looks like it'll be bringing rain to Nova Scotia, showers to parts of Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, even a chance of some flurries in New Brunswick. Another rainy weather system for the Maritimes at the start of the weekend on Saturday. And then after that, another rainy weather system at the start of next week on Monday. News and weather updates anytime at ctvnewsatlantic.ca.